Well, hello guys. I want to take a very quick look at the solution to the question on our WhatsApp page. Then the first one was about bacteriophage. Whether bacteriophage is a bacteria, and explain your answer. Okay, so bacteriophage is not a bacteria, it's a virus. This virus is specific to bacteria, that is, it attacks only bacteria and reproduces and replicates inside it. Okay, so when we you may liken replication to reproduction to mean the same one way or another, but we will use replication or replicating to refer to the duplication of the genetic material or the DNA of the virus within the bacteria. So more or less, the virus, as you have learned in other science subjects, uses the bacteria, which is a eukaryotic organism and has other, organelles, to sort of produce more of itself, and then can attack it, like in the lytic type of or the lysogenic. So in the lysogenic, it doesn't attack the bacteria, but then it stays within, just replicates or produces its DNA in it. So we've used bacteriophage and bacteria, the knowledge, of how it attacks bacteria and so on, to also understand how viruses attack other organisms, including human cells, plant cells, and so on. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. We're asked to describe how our immune system destroy bacteria. In several ways it does this. So we are going to look at some of them. It chiefly involves the white blood cell. That is when the bacteria gets into the system, okay, into the body itself. Okay, so here white blood cells are like the neutrophils and macrophages engulf and destroy bacteria. Right, the engulfment of or engulfing of bacteria is called phagocytosis. When tissues are infected, white blood cells migrate to this area, causing redness, swelling, heat, and pain. This localized response leads to isolation of the infection and prevents its spread. Right, so situations leading to infection and so on can also lead to it's a response by the body towards counteracting bacteria. Okay. We also have the B lymphocytes and then the T lymphocytes, and they are also forms of white blood cells. The B lymphocytes, as cells produce special antibodies. Usually antibodies are the enzymes or proteins that sort of are produced to respond to the antigens. Antigens are foreign substances released by foreign materials. So it could be bacteria, it could be virus, fungi, and so on. Okay, so the antibodies tend to go and counteract the bacteria. Okay. So what they do is to mark the bacteria for destruction by phagocytes, like the ones we looked at earlier. How does the T lymphocyte also work? There are different types. One is the cytotoxic T cells, which directly kill infected cells, or use the phagocytic means to counteract the bacteria. There are also helper T cells, right? These don't directly kill pathogens, but activate other immune cells such as B cells and cytotoxic T cells to mount a stronger immune response. Then we also have memory T cells. These remain in the body after infection and can quickly launch a targeted attack if the same bacteria re-enters the body. I mean, this is where the immune system gets its strength from. The memory aspect of it, that it can recognize these virus, these antigens and so on, and then mount the appropriate response next time. Okay, the third question was about Koobi, which is a salted fish. This is where we tend to apply all the biology we are learning and so on. Very important. Okay, so in 5 steps, we are asked to describe the biological principles and significance involved in the preparation of Koobi. Okay, so few of us went on a tangent of describing how we prepare the Koobi. It's not so high grade. You have to then involve the biological or scientific principles involved. So if you are adding salt to the fish, what does it do? Right, when salt is applied to the fish, the salt creates an hypertonic environment around the cells. Hypertonic is solution or medium, whatever. It's a region or a cell of higher concentration of substance compared to another region or a cell. How is this critical? Hypertonic region or region or medium tend to have less amount of water, right, but more ions. You see where it is important. And when that happens, we are going to have movement of water from inside of the fish or the cells of the fish to the outside. Yeah, we all know how water is a serious factor in destruction of organic materials, okay, food, so on, fish, meat, and what have you. We continue. So one aspect of it is osmosis, which we have looked at, which is brought about due to the differential or the differences in the concentration of ions or salt outside the cell, more salt outside or ions outside the cells of the fish than inside. Therefore, you have more water in the inside of the cell, cytoplasm of the cell, that tend to move. Okay, and you state the reason or what is causing that. That is osmosis. Okay, we have what is referred to as the concentration gradient, and anytime that concentration gradient is established or is present, there is always movement of ions or molecules or gases and what have you. Okay, now the second factor is diffusion. Okay, I mean, when you taste the fish, even after washing it severally, that is still salty. What that means is that some amount of salt has entered the cells of the fish. Okay, how is that possible? And that's through diffusion. So diffusion causes movement of salt or ions to move into the inside or the cells of the fish, making the fish salty. This is because there are more salt ions outside the cell than inside them, right? Thereby, the ions move from the region where there are more salt ions to a region where there's more, there's less, right? The region of less salt ions, that's inside the cell. So after all that, in cases where the fish is dry, then you can incorporate or incriminate evaporation into the factor as a reason. So as water is being pulled from the cells or the inside of the cell, then evaporation also tends to move the water out of the fish into the atmosphere. Okay, so this is how you're supposed to, approach the question. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and make any comments that is necessary.